Ready to Love Reunion Part 2 was a sleeper.
Yeah, we found that was actually a hubcap around Will's neck,
Lamar's mouthpiece is trash.
and Chaz actually thinks more of himself than his reflection in the mirror.
Welcome to Cliff Alerts.
Today we're going to be talking about OWN Network's reality-based TV series, Ready to Love, season number 9, Reunion Part 2.
Alexis has left the building, so
No, she got put out. She didn't leave. She got put out.
of course the others have to carry on. I'm sure they're drained at this point. Tommy focused his attention on Lamar. He talked about Lamar was a different kind of brother, and his mouthpiece may not be on point the way he needs it to be.
May not be.
So, so they showed some footage of Lamar shooting his shot and talking his stuff about skinny dipping. And Lamar said that he knows he's extra. He knows he says some things that will, start a fire,
Oh, you mean
but
like,
he's going to do it anyway.
yeah, you mean like he actually likes to make women a little uncomfortable and keep them on their toes?
He's going to say stuff that will make someone want to react to what he's saying. And he's right about that.
Oh, yeah, they're going to react. You know what my reaction was?
Whoa.
It was just like the coconut undo the right thing. You the simple. Mm-hmm. Where you learn it from?
Based on the responses for the ladies, they co-signed what he had to say about
Every
himself.
last one of them with their full signature and a big marker, not an ink pen, a marker.
So we got to Brother Jonathan in his pink suit. You call him what?
Neapolitan.
Yeah. And they asked Brother Jonathan why did he seem closed off? And they showed back footage of him talking to Maika, and Maika claiming that he was a little shady and he had something to hide because she did not know that he was married, and the woman who had his children was his ex-wife. So Jonathan said he understood. Um, he doesn't like to get vulnerable with people he does not know, and he could tweak that a little bit.
He wasn't the open book.
No, he was not.
He was a closed one, or
Yes.
semi-closed one.
Yes. He talked about the interaction he had with Alexis at the pajama party, how he picked her up, and it was very inappropriate and it made her very uncomfortable. And he talked about how he apologized to her, and she accepted his apology.
Right, because he embarrassed not only her, but also himself as well.
Yeah, yes. But he's not fond of the spotlight.
And the spotlight is not fond of him either.
Well said. The brothers who like to put some toes and some stuff in their mouths and suck on it and lick on it, etc., etc., etc. Jonathan, Alonzo, and Chaz claim that
they're all suffering from acute cases of foot fetish.
Yes.
And
Chaz like to see a woman in heels. I mean, I think quite a few men like that. That's why women wear heels.
seeing a woman in heels and tasting a woman's heels or toes are two different things.
Spokespersons for the benefits of toe sucking.
Yeah,
I don't think the ladies were convinced. They thought it was a little bit off-putting. Hot, crusty feet. Oh my God. Donna, I cannot imagine. When you start a forest fire, you're in trouble.
Oh yeah, when you strike a match on somebody's heel, you're in trouble. Speaking of Martin, talking about I think one episode his buddy Cole was looking at a magazine and they were talking about a feet and Cole said onions, bunions, corns. There's a whole salad up in this piece.
I don't know, but I don't see what makes these ladies giddy about Chaz. He may like a heel, but he looks like one.
Oh, huh.
What? You and I watching the same TV.
Oh, snap.
What?
Mm, that's kind of hardcore. He may like his, but the brother look. People were trying to understand why he had the reaction and left from the weekend retreat getaway.
Yes.
And that's my Chaz tried to make it seem as though he was leaving because he was being followed from room to room by some of the women, and he couldn't
Um,
handle that pressure. Mm.
it was not a power move by the brother.
So what kind of move was it?
Uh, uh,
Punk move? You said punk move.
I didn't say punk move. You said punk move.
Right, but I'm
We'll
trying
take that since you said
to
it.
go with it. You want to go with that? Okay,
Yeah,
we'll go with that.
yeah.
Okay.
Because I've never seen anything like that. You have all these beautiful ladies around you, and all of a sudden you're in a room crying because you can't make a decision.
And the
What
pressure ramped up on you, and you don't know how to deal
what
with it.
is that?
A punk move.
All right then.
Okay, we can keep him
So
pushing. We can keep it pushing.
he claimed he was being followed, but he was in a situation that he created for himself. He claimed that Vanessa texted him and told him that, why you're not here because William is here and they're getting ready to send William home, implying that they should really send his behind home because he left the scene of the crime. And all he had to do was make a decision. The speech he gave to Vanessa when he gave her that flower in the center of the bouquet, that stale looking bouquet that he gave to her.
Who's the narcissist? I could have swore I heard him tell Nessa
Vanessa
that
that
she was.
she was, but weigh that against what
He
happened.
did.
And all of a sudden he's engaged. He has found love, someone from his past. When she looked at him on this show doing what he did to Vanessa, that was a sexy move. Get with a brother who treats a woman like that.
And went out of his way to do so, to embarrass and
Uh-huh.
truly hurt her.
I'm not convinced that Brother Chaz is engaged. I think he said that to try to gain some sort of I'm gonna get one
Status, a
up
stature,
on you.
one upper.
Yeah, on both Patrice and Vanessa.
I don't understand why he thought that that would elevate his style
Hmm.
by diminishing somebody else's
Yes.
publicly.
Yeah.
I'll never understand that.
Yeah. You, me both. Chaz tried to explain to Tommy why he gave Vanessa that petrified flower, and Alonso, who at some point need to just keep his mouth shut, said that Chaz was a poet and maybe he did it. He's a creative brother and he thought that was creative. And this is when Patrice piped up and said she can't believe that Chaz will treat Vanessa like that. And she thought that Alonso was what's your favorite word, numbskull? That he was trying to co-sign with Chaz's behavior.
Yeah, school, not numbskull. School. Lisa also had something to say for both Alonzo and Chaz, that they were both pieces of fecal matter, shall we say?
They showed Laurent his interaction with Koshia and with what's that sister's name? Maya. And for what I see, Laurent exhibited the same kind of toxic, possessive behavior with both of them. Now, Maya said she put their upset aside and she opened the door to let him in again. But I'm not sure how far that's going to actually go.
Laurent actually came out with an admission that I actually agreed with him about. He is part of his own problem. Yeah, and he is. And the
Mm.
reason why is because he doesn't understand that there's a connection with how he comes off with people, with why it is that people don't necessarily like him or not attracted to him. He was jealous because of Koshia's connection with Chaz.
Tommy was trying to tell him part of the process is that they date people. And while he may have had a connection with Coach Shea, that doesn't mean that for her it stops. They do have to, broaden their horizons somewhat and date other people.
Yeah, but that jealousy thing kicked in for him, and he ended up kind of like misinterpreting and mishandling that
He
whole scenario.
mishandled the
The whole
situation.
scenario.
And Koshia said she's not about that. You can't mishandle her and think that
It's gonna go
that's
over
going to
well for
go over
you.
well for you. So, but
And
Laurent did expose Will in the group chat how Will was messy and they had alliances to kick people out at will. And as a result, Laurent kept the group chat conversation and he handed his phone to Tommy so he can read it.
and Tommy read the
And,
receipts.
and Will didn't look too happy at that point. He said
He was
up and
all
down that that's not what he was doing.
right, exactly. And then he got real quiet when Tommy started reading off the receipts, huh, on the phone, on the
Oh.
group chat.
And that's real quiet.
Yeah, real quiet.
Anyway, Tommy gets the Maika and Justin.
So
And
wait a minute, hold on. Tommy said, speaking of Tommy, Tommy said that um, one of the reasons why there was a whole lot of people didn't find what they were looking for is because they contaminated this process.
yes, by trying to control
Regulate,
and regulate,
manipulate,
manipulate, and what have you, and as a
otherwise
result,
influence other people.
some of them didn't go as far as they should have been able to go and did not hook up with anyone in particular. So we'll move on to Justin and Maika.
Right.
And they were booed up on the couch. It seemed like they're happy. They're together. You can, Justin said he told Micah he loved her, and she told him the same thing.
Right.
She said she introduced him to her
Her
son,
daughter. Her,
her children, on some sort of Zoom call or what have you.
right.
And she said she's very careful when about introducing men to her children, and that is fantastic as far as I'm
And
concerned.
then Tommy tried to instigate and said, "Do you have a key to his crib?"
Right.
And while I don't think she has a key to his crib, uh, um, she definitely has a key to his heart.
Yes, and he said that they're exclusive.
Yes,
So he
yes.
said they're gonna move slowly, but they're moving nonetheless. So
But I hope Alonzo was listening. You think he was?
no, he'll come up with something stupid.
Yeah. Well, that's what knuckleheads do.
Yeah. That is the end of the reunion part two.
Fort Worth foolishness.
Well, at least they got one out the gate, Justin and Mike.
Yeah. Uh,
So,
so what you're saying is somebody understood the assignment.
well, it was raggedy. Even Dominic, that dude who was, low lying fruit, he was
Right.
involved in some messiness too on that group
Yeah,
chat.
he pulled up on Vanessa, didn't he? Booked her. He tried to holler at Vanessa and was successful.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that.
Yeah, she said they're dating.
Mm.
And I believe Patrice is now checking for William.
Is she?
Yeah, they're going on some date or whatever.
Even though this season was kind of raggedy, there are some prospects happening, huh? Besides, other than Justin and Mika,
Okay,
you don't sound convinced.
I'm not.
Neither am I.